Good morning. This is the ExactTrades.com Movers Report for October 25th, 2011. First, we're looking at UIS gapping up this morning. We have a last price of $24.72. We look to take this short on the open on a new low, so give it about 2 to 3 minutes off the open. See if it breaks below the open on a new low and closes below that. Take it short. You can start with a half position, see if you get a small bounce, and then add your second half. Then look for a new low. Going to see if this will trend down into the gap. First profit target is going to be about 24 cents from your average entry. Second profit target is going to be 48 cents. Watch this 23.50, 23, and 22 for support levels. I think once we break down through 23, we could see 22 pretty easily. And also take a look at the market. If we start to break through support or we have some selling, could really help bring this down to close this gap down into 22. Eventually might get 21, and to close the gap is 20. I think that's a reach. We could get it if we get a lot of selling, but I'm thinking 22 to 23 is going to be a good range for this on the short side. Next we have DGX also gapping up. You see the last price here at 55.26, right about there. Going to have some support around 54, and it's gapping up over this resistance level here around 51.20. So we're going to look to take this short off the open on a new low, just like we looked at UIS. Going to look for this to turn over, break down below the open. First profit target is going to be 55 cents for your entry. Second profit target is going to be $1.10, and then trail a stop on your last piece. I think you can come down into 54. That'll be your first two profit targets there, and then a break through 54. Could see 53.50, 53, and down into 52. I'm thinking 53 to 52.50 area is going to be the max on the pullback on this. Also, this could bounce off the open, so just if it moves up, set your alert, put it a little bit above the open. If it turns over later in the morning or in the afternoon, it could be a short later in the day to come back down and fill this gap. Next we have MNTA gapping down this morning. You can see the support level here right around 1267. Last is at 1248, so we're gapping down below previous support levels. We had some lower prints around 1174, so look for this to break down off the open. Take this short on a new low. First profit target is going to be about 12 cents from your entry. Second profit target is going to be 24 cents. So there's still plenty of money in it before you even get to 12.20. And then I would trail a stop down through 12 and see if you can come down into these lows around 1175 to 1160 area. Now we're looking at FTNT gapping up this morning. You can see it's been as high as 2174. We've pulled back into 2063, 62 area. And we're gapping over resistance level here right around 1980, and also this $20 is going to be good support too. So I'm going to look for this to be strong today. Try to take this long on a new high off the open. Again, this could pull back a little bit from the open. Just set your alert. If it opens, at 2050, it could pull back into this 2030 to $20 area. See if you get a bounce. When it breaks back through the open of 2050, take this long. First profit target is going to be about 20 cents from your entry. Second profit target is going to be 40 cents. And then trail a stop on your last piece. See if you get through this 21. You're going to have some resistance here around 21.30. And then get up in this 21.75 and possibly 22 area on the new high. So look for this to trend up and be strong today if it can hold above this 20-50 area. And again, be patient and wait for it to break above that. Next we have Netflix, NFLX. I couldn't pass on talking about this one. We had aftermarket earnings, got shellacked, and really just had continued selling down into the 70 area, 71.40. So you can see the support level here. We got to bounce, see if we get a higher low before the open. We're going to look to take this long off the open on a new high. The only reason being is I know the news was bad, but there's a lot of money in this trade. There's a lot of panic selling and a lot of exaggeration here on the down move. So I think we could get a rebound. And even with a small bounce, even if we come up into 79 from 74, I mean, you're getting 3-4% on your money here on a small bounce because there's so much money in this trade. So it might not look like a lot on a bounce on a chart like this for the long side. And this could also be considered as a short trade if it builds up some support line and then breaks down below that. It could still be a good short trade for a quickie on the short side, maybe for 2 to 3%. But I'm going to look to take this long off the open on a new high. Really going to be looking for short covering and some profit taking on that side, and also some value buyers trying to pick it up really cheap. See if it'll move up into 80, break through this high around 78.65 area, move through 80, and possibly go up into 85. So that's not really that big of a move compared to the drop that it's had. And I think it's doable if we get through this 80 and possibly come at 85. And that's a lot of money in that trade. So look for Netflix, take it long, stay ahead of it. If you get 1-2%, protect your entry, and then just see if it can trend up into that 80, 82.50 and possibly 85 area, and try to be patient with that last piece of your trade. And our last trade is MMM, gapping down from around 82 area here. Last is at 76.50. It's been as low as 76.30 area, and we're gapping down into support levels. I'm going to look to take this long off the open on a new high. So wait for it to open, see if it can break above the open and establish itself. Take this long. First profit target is going to be 76 cents from your entry. Second profit target is going to be about $1.50, $1.52 for your entry. So you'll be coming into this 77.50 area here. 78, watch for some resistance there. And then probably going to have some pretty good resistance if you move up into this 79 to 78.80 area. So as you're holding your last piece of your trade moving up, watch it here in this area for quite a bit of resistance. Could turn over before this area or right into this area, and that would be your last order to get out of that long. So going to watch this for the long trade. Those are the trades for today. Good luck to everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.